it seems like everybody's making one of these. So I decided, hey, I'm drunk enough to fucking make one of these. I eat fast food almost every day, so I think I'm pretty qualified. So let's just get right into it, why don't we? Arby's. Now, Arby's is sort of an interesting place because I'd say that like half of their menu is like really good. They have some decent like buffalo chicken sandwiches. I don't know if they still have them or not, but last time I went to Arby's, which was a while ago, they had those. Their like roast beef sandwiches are okay, but just about everything else on their menu kind of sucks. Um, so they're like pretty solidly middle of the road, just because some of their stuff is really good and some of their stuff is really bad. There are other fast food places that like, you know, their middle of the roadness comes from just the fact that like all of their food is middle of the road. But I don't think Arby's falls into that category. But I'll give them a B, maybe a low B, high C. Burger King. So Burger King is probably one of my least favorite fast food restaurants. Uh, Most of their food kind of sucks. Um, I think the only thing that I can really stomach from Burger King is their Whopper with cheese. Everything else sucks. Their nuggets are not very good. If you want good nuggets, just go to McDonald's. Um, their chicken sandwiches are fucking nasty. I don't know what the hell they do to their chicken sandwiches that makes it just so fucking disgusting. But Burger King, Burger King is solidly D. They're low D. If there's an F tier, I'd probably put them there. But um, Little Caesars. Um, I haven't had Little Caesars in fucking forever, so I don't know if I'm comfortable placing them anywhere. But from what I remember, Little Caesars is probably like the worst of the pizza places. Like their pizza can be good if you don't get hot and ready, but if you're getting hot and ready, then their pizza is pretty much worthless. Because the hot and ready, all they do is just leave that pizza sitting under a heat lamp for fucking hours, and it ends up just tasting like shit. But at the same time, it is pizza, and it's very hard to make a bad pizza. I don't think any pizza could like get a D tier, just in general. So I'm gonna give it a C tier, just because it is the worst of the pizza places. But like I said, it's pizza. Pizza, you can't fuck up pizza, or at least you can't fuck it up too badly. You know, to the point where it's not fucking pizza anymore. Carl's, I assume this is Carl's Jr. Because there is no other burger place just called Carl's. Carl's Jr. I've only been to Carl's Jr. like once or twice, because the only the nearest Carl's Jr. is like a 2-hour drive. Um, so I don't know if I really want fuck it, I'll rate it anyways. Carl's Jr. The only thing that I've had there is like one burger and one of their chicken sandwiches. And their burger was like decent. It wasn't the best thing I've ever had. But their chicken sandwich was like pretty good. It was one of the better chicken sandwiches that I've had. So I'll give them a B. I'll give them B, high B tier. Chick-fil-A. We didn't really have Chick-fil-A up here in like Western Washington. And I think like just Washington in general, for like the longest time. But over the past couple of years, we did get a couple different chains up here. So I recently tried Chick-fil-A actually, but I've only ever had it once, and I just had like their standard chicken sandwich. But it was probably like the second best chicken sandwich I've had from a fast food restaurant. I don't know about the rest of their menu, or really just about anything else about them. I know they're closed on Sundays, but fucking they're A tier probably, because their chicken sandwich was pretty good. The only thing I can think of that would really bring it down from S tier was just man, they weren't spectacular, I guess. Because for S tier, you really got to go above and beyond, I think, in my opinion. A tier is like, there's nothing technically wrong here. It's good, but there's nothing that's going above and beyond. And I think that's exactly where Chick-fil-A lies. Like their chicken sandwich was really good, but there was nothing there that really made it stand out in my opinion. Chipotle. Chipotle is pretty good. I don't really have that strong of an opinion on Chipotle. I've all their food basically tastes the same, I guess. Like it's the Subway of Mexican, as they say. So, although it is leagues better than Subway, I will say that. I'll give them a C tier. They're not awful. Um, Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza is sort of a very controversial pizza place because, like, I've noticed that that most people really dislike Domino's. And I don't know if it's like a regional thing or something, but like up around where I live, Domino's is like one of the better pizza places that we have around here. I've noticed a lot of people like prefer Papa John's over Domino's, which I don't really understand because Domino's just is a better pizza. Um, their crust is generally better. The only thing that I really don't like about Domino's is like how crumbly their crust is, like how many crumbs their crust drops. If that makes any sense, which I'm not entirely sure if it does. But they've got a wonderful crust like flavor. I'm fucking a little bit out of it right now. I apologize. Yeah, they've got this nice garlicky crust. Their sauce is nothing spectacular, and their cheese is decent. But I think Domino's like really excels just on the basis of their crust alone. And I'm a huge fan of like thick crust pizza. I think the crust is one of the best parts of the pizza. I'm a big bread head. So I'll give Domino's a B. I'll give them a B tier. They're not the best pizza place that we have around here, but they're certainly better than like fucking Papa John's. Dairy Queen, D tier. Fuck Dairy Queen. You never order food from Dairy Queen. It's fucking nasty. Just get the fucking ice cream. I don't know what made Dairy Queen think it was a good idea to start serving food. It's vile. It's probably worse than Burger King in my opinion. Five Guys. Five Guys is an A. I don't think there's anything else to say about that. I mean, it's Five Guys. Everybody likes Five Guys. In-N-Out. We don't have In-N-Out up here. In-N-Out is like a California thing. And I live in Washington, so I don't have In-N-Out. So I have no opinion. Jack in the Box. So the thing about Jack in the Box is Jack in the Box usually has like pretty good food just in terms of flavor. But I've noticed that over the years, Jack in the Box has tended to have like the highest rate of like, I don't know if it's food poisoning or just recalls or like, I'm not entirely sure. But if you're gonna get sick from eating from a fast food place, it's probably gonna be from Jack in the Box. I don't know why that is. It's sort of a risk versus reward thing. Like their food is good, but out of any other place here, you're most likely gonna get sick from Jack in the Box. So if that wasn't a risk factor, I'd probably give them an A, but I think just that risk alone takes it down to maybe a B tier. KFC, I mean, like it's kind of hard to fuck up fried chicken because fried chicken, just in and of itself is pretty good. But I think KFC is the closest you're gonna get to fucking up fried chicken. Because I don't know what it is about KFC. Every restaurant that I've been to has been like incredibly dirty, like just consistently below average. Like they're always run down. They've always got like one person working there who doesn't even seem to know what the fuck they're doing. The food is usually like either too fucking greasy or like I don't know. There's always something wrong with my order whenever I go to KFC. I heard that they used to be like really good, but they've like gone downhill over the past couple decades. I wouldn't know because I was not alive, I guess, during the prime time of KFC. So I gotta give them a fucking D tier because they kind of suck. McDonald's, everybody likes McDonald's, I guess, but I don't really care for them. They got a couple of good things on their menu. I think that the thing that like puts them above, the ranks of like Burger King, is the fact that their quarter pounders now use fresh and never frozen beef. Sort of like Wendy's. So I think that puts them a step above that, and the fact that their chicken nuggets are not disgusting. Probably McDonald's has the only chicken nuggets that I actually like. I'm trying to think about the rest of their menu, but like nothing else really stands out. Their normal burgers are like kind of gross. You know, the patties are really flimsy and frozen and just never really good. Everything's kept under like a heat lamp. It's generally not like, you know, a really good burger. But if I go there, I'm probably gonna get like the quarter pounder or their chicken McNuggets. Um, so like unlike Burger King where there's like one thing that I can stand, like at least with McDonald's, there's like a couple of things that I you know could consider liking versus just stomaching. So I'll give them a C. I'll give them a C. Panda Express, I fucking hate Panda Express. They're fucking the shittiest goddamn Chinese food I've ever had. There's nothing on their menu I like. If there was an F tier, Panda Express would go there. Out of all of these restaurants, I hate Panda Express the most. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion or not, but god damn it, I fucking hate Panda Express. They're goddamn vile. Their fucking food is nasty. I don't know how the fuck people like this restaurant. How the hell are they still in business? God, I've got like undercooked food from them before too. Ugh. Just not a good. I've never had a good experience from Panda Express. Let me put it that way. I'm not gonna, keep going on about this. Papa John's. Papa John's. Like I said, I don't know if it's a regional thing, but like people tend to put Papa John's above Domino's. But I don't really get that because there's nothing really all that great about Papa John's. Like, I think that their most standout quality is either their sauce or the fact that they give you like that garlic butter in the box. And their sauce isn't even really that good. Like their sauce is like it's exceptional, like in the sense that like it stands out, but it's not really that good. Like it's almost too sweet for my liking. I don't know. There's something about the sauce, just one of the flavor profiles in the sauce that just really kind of irks me. Their dough is like okay, and their cheese just kind of sucks. I generally put them below Domino's. Yeah, they're pretty solidly C. They're not something I hate. I'll still order Papa John's. Like, Papa John's is actually like the only place that delivers to my house. So I've eaten Papa John's the most, so that might sort of play into the as to why I rank Papa John's below Domino's. Just because I've eaten it so much that like, I've sort of lost the taste for it. But overall, I just don't really like it. I really like their the peppers that they give you though. Those are pretty good. But you can just go out and buy those. You don't need to order a whole pizza from Papa John's just for one of their fucking pepperoncinis. Pizza Hut, best of the three pizza places they got on here. Well, I guess there's four, but I consider Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's to be like the big three. Pizza Hut's an A tier. I like Pizza Hut. I've always said, about the three big tiers that each one of them represents sort of like a different aspect of the pizza. So I'd say Domino's represents the crust. They have the best crust out of all of these three. It's this nice garlicky crust, like I mentioned earlier. It's very nice, very thick, chewy, quite delicious. Papa John's is the sauce. Like I said, very sweet sauce, very standout sauce. When you take a bite of a Papa John's pizza, the first thing you taste is the sauce. Although I don't really think that's necessarily a good thing. And then Pizza Hut is the cheese. Pizza Hut has really good cheese on their pizza. And I mean, it's kind of hard to fuck up cheese on a pizza. But they're also, the chain that brought us cheese stuffed crust. So for that, I rank them an A because I love some cheesy crusts and they're a pretty cheesy pizza. Pizza Hut. I've actually eaten the least Pizza Hut out of these three. So that might have something to do with it as well, but I don't actually know. I've never had Popeyes for whatever reason. There's a Popeyes near me. I've just never bothered to go there. Sonic's is okay. I've only been there like once or twice. They didn't have a Sonic's here in Western Washington for a while. They only had them in like Eastern Washington, or at least around where I lived. I don't know. I can't speak for the entirety of Western Washington, but the only time that I'd ever had Sonics was when I was in Eastern Washington. And when I did have them, like their food was okay, I guess. You know, they were more about like the whole spectacle. You got to see those fuckers riding around on their roller skates, so that was pretty cool. But if we're just going on the basis of just food alone, they're I don't know, they're probably a high C tier. Subway's fucking D tier. Subway's trash. I don't know anybody who likes Subway. Subway is like where people go, to eat healthy when they're too lazy to just fucking make healthy food at home. That's what Subway is for. No, excuse me. Yeah, fuck Subway. I don't really want to talk about Subway all that much. You know what? Actually, no. Fuck it. I'll talk about Subway. I've eaten at Subway quite a lot. I used to go there all the fucking time when I was a kid. But all of their food is like really, really shit. I don't know why the fuck I ate there so often when I was a kid. I think I was just too lazy to like make sandwiches on my own, and then I guess my parents were like, oh hey, he likes Subway, let's just take him to Subway. That'll be easy enough, he can just go get whatever the fuck he wants at Subway instead of us having to make food or whatever. I don't know. But never get their chicken. Never get their chicken or their. Okay, sorry about that. Just something fucking came up real quick. But I think I was talking about their chicken. Do not get their chicken. Their chicken is literally the worst thing in the world. Same with their tuna. If you talk to anybody who has ever worked at Subway, they'll tell you the exact same thing. I don't know what it is about their chicken. Like their salami meats are fine. If you're gonna go to Subway, I'd recommend getting their salami meats probably. Because it's really hard to fuck that up. Their cold cuts are like okay, I guess. Their bread is kind of nasty. It's filled with sugar. It's just not really good. None of their sauces are really like standout, spectacular. Just make a sandwich at home. If you want a fucking sandwich, make a sandwich at home. Or if you're really in the mood for a fucking sandwich, from a fast food place, go to Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's, infinitely better than Subway. Jimmy John's has actually... Jimmy John's is not on here, so I'm going to talk about Jimmy John's for a minute. Jimmy John's has really good bread. They've got decent meat, and their sauce is fucking phenomenal. If Jimmy John's was on here, I'd probably rate them an A tier. I haven't been to Jimmy John's nearly as much as I've been to Subway, so I can't speak for every single one of their sandwiches. But for the most part, Jimmy John's has a pretty good sandwich. I don't know. Like, Jimmy John's, Subway, and Quiznos, I think, are the big three of the sandwich places. Never been to Quiznos, so I can't speak for them. But given the choice between Subway and Jimmy John's is the way to go. Unless you're, some sort of conscious objector, I guess. Because I guess Jimmy John himself is a game hunter, a big game hunter. So if you're against that, then don't go to Jimmy John's. I don't fucking know. Taco Bell. Taco Bell is an S tier. The thing about Taco Bell is that Taco Bell is like not Mexican food. Everybody always shits on Taco Bell because they're under the impression that Taco Bell is trying to be Mexican food. But I don't think Taco Bell has ever tried to be Mexican food. They're solidly like shit food. Their food, on an objective level, kind of sucks. Like, it's not good food. It all kind of tastes the same. But overall, like, it tastes really good. I've never had anything from Taco Bell that I, like, disliked. It's one of my go-to places whenever I want just something that, is disgusting. Like, disgusting, I say disgusting in, like, the best way possible. I don't really know what else to say about this. The Crunchwrap Supremes are really fucking good. Their nachos are a little bit much for me. But, they're good. They're exceptional. They're exceptionally good. I'll say that. They're exceptionally good in the sense that they manage to make disgusting food taste fucking amazing. If you don't understand what I mean by that, you've probably never actually eaten at Taco Bell. or you're incredibly Mexican, and are just prejudiced against them. For the record, I am also of Mexican descent, and I love Taco Bell, so um, take that what you will. Wendy's. Wendy's is by far, out of every restaurant listed and every restaurant that I've ever been to, that's not like a sit down place, like a sit down, high quality place, Wendy's is my favorite. Wendy's is an S tier. I've tried like almost everything on the Wendy's menu. I try every single one of their new, Wendy's fucking burgers whenever they release them. They're really fucking good. I think the thing about Wendy's that like really stands out to me is just the quality of their patties. Because Wendy's doesn't use frozen beef. Their beef, they don't cut corners. They give you that nice square patty. If you compare a Wendy's patty to like any other patty, from like McDonald's or Burger King or something, like if you took them and you lined them up side by side, you're getting more meat on a Wendy's patty, not only in like, terms of like the corners, but also just in terms of thickness. Like Wendy's gives you a pretty thick patty when you go there. And I don't really get burgers when I go to Wendy's for the most part. I usually get their chicken sandwiches because out of every place that I've ever been to, Wendy's has like the best chicken sandwiches. I don't know what it is about their chicken sandwiches that makes them so good, but I think it has something to do with the fact that like when you go there and you get a chicken sandwich, the patty is like it like actually comes from the chicken breast or maybe the chicken thigh. I'm not entirely sure what cut of chicken it is, but like you can tell that it actually comes from the chicken because when you bite into it, it kind of tears apart like, you were biting into an actual cut of chicken. Whereas, like a chicken sandwich from McDonald's or Burger King, you can tell that that's emulsified chicken that was formed into a mold. Because Burger King's classic chicken sandwich is like this long patty, which doesn't make any sense because there is no cut of chicken in that shape. It's this perfectly flat, patty-like, long, kind of rectangular, circle-ish patty that, doesn't even taste very good. But when you go to Wendy's, and I guess Chick-fil-A to an extent, or really any higher quality restaurant, but Wendy's is, sort of stand out in this aspect. They give you like a real nice, thick cut of chicken. It's not just that it, is a real nice cut of chicken. It's that it's like a fucking substantial cut as well. And they've got great chili too. If you've never had Wendy's chili for whatever reason, get their chili. I think it's an ingenious thing that they do with their chili, because from what I've heard, any cut of like any patty that they fuck up on, they just chop up that beef and they throw it into the chili, and it's really good. Their chili's really nice. It's better than any can of chili that you can get anywhere else. I'm sure you could probably make a better chili at home if you knew what you were doing. But in terms of chili that you're going to buy, Wendy's has the best. Filled with veggies. Real nice chili. Out of all these restaurants that I go to on a consistent basis, because some of these I don't go enough to really know how often they're releasing new things. But out of all of these that I go to consistently, Wendy's probably has like the most new stuff that they're always bringing out. Like at the moment of recording right now, they have this new Made to Crave meal, which I've been going through over the past week or so, and that's been real nice. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about Wendy's. Usually I could probably say more, but I'm a little bit fucked up right now, and I don't know. I've never been to White Castle, so I'm just not even going to talk about that. I've never been here. Yeah. Well, there you go. Probably shouldn't have recorded this while while I'm drunk, but there you go.